So we've had quite a lot of frost here in sunny Shrewsbury this morning, which reminds me that although spring is around the corner, it's no rush to get going. So I've been doing a little bit of reading about wormeries. So I'm going to have a go at doing a budget DIY wormery today. First, I'm going to heat up a screwdriver so it's nice and hot so I can melt the plastic and get a good symmetrical hole in. I'm just going to do it bit by bit, nice and carefully, so I can get a nice round hole so the tap fits snugly in when I start to screw it in. And now I'm going to screw the little back section into it. And there we have it, tap ready to go. So I did the tap earlier indoors. I've melted a hole in the bottom tub and used an old water butt tap. It was a leaky tap, so I thought with it going into something new it might be okay, but actually it was still really leaky. So I never make things easy. Rather than go and get another tap and spend money, I've just used a bit of this plumber's tape. What's it called? PTFE thread seal tape. So I've used a bit of that. Didn't really work very well. So I've put a load of glue all along the bottom, and I've tested it, and it's leak proof now. So that's good to go. So we've done the bottom section there. You don't put any holes in the bottom section. That's to collect the worm tea or worm wee or whatever it's called. What I'm going to do now is in this one, we're going to drill 1/4 inch holes all the way through the bottom, about 2 inches apart, and then we drill holes along the top edge there, 1/4 inch drill bit as well, for aeration and to keep everything kind of flowing through and fresh for the worms. So I'm going to do that now. So you just repeat the same again, so holes in the bottom and then holes along the side for aeration of the next tub. I ordered my worms from Wiggly Wigglers. I ordered 500 grams of composting worms, so they're the red wigglers in there, and I also ordered an extra bedding block as well. So let's get it set up. This is the worm house in there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to get it set up. So first things first, you've got to soak the bedding block to hydrate it. Just says to fill up a bucket of water and add it to the Coir and make sure it's moist. Says it takes about an hour, and then you've got to fluff it up. So that bedding there is hydrating, and in the meantime I'm going to shred up some cardboard and pop it in the middle layer. I'll show you why in a sec. I'll get that done and then show you the middle layer. Okay, so this bottom layer here is where, with the one with the tap on, and it's the one that's going to collect any juice that comes out, but I don't think there'll be any. If there is, it's going to be very small amounts. Let me just quickly show you inside. I've just got some of those tubes in the side just to support the next layer. So that's the next layer, number 2, that goes on the top there. And in this layer is where we're going to put the cardboard that's been shredded and the paper. So that goes in here. And then any liquid that drips down from the top layer drips into here and inoculates this. So when I swap the layers over, it's ready to go and it'll get a bit of a head start. So I've seen it as a tip on the wonderful YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do in there. I've got these other little tubes just to help support so it doesn't get too compacted in there like that. All right, wow, look at that. That's taken up all of that water. You're supposed to do it so only 1 drop comes out. Well, that's quite wet at the bottom there, so I'll fluff it up and hopefully the other bits will absorb into it a little bit. This one block does 8 litres, so hopefully that should be enough. I've never done this before, so we'll see. I'll leave that like that to soak up the wet bit, and we'll see what it looks like in a couple of minutes. There we go, it's been a few minutes now. That's nice and fluffy, and if I squeeze it, no water comes out, but it is moist and it's holding its shape. So I think that should be okay to use. I've added a couple of handfuls of the shredded cardboard in as well, which the worms will eat and break down. Okay, so that stuff is now going to go into the top layer. Before you put it in, you're supposed to line the bottom of the cardboard at the bottom of the tub with cardboard to stop the worms going straight down. So underneath there's all the holes. So you're going to line it with cardboard and then put the bedding on the top. Okay, so this is the top layer now. That's going to go on there. And then this lovely bedding is going to go in top of it there. So you need a couple of inches apparently. So let's have a look how deep that is. I think that's going to be okay, to be fair. Here we go. These little fellas. So it's 500 grams in a 24 litre tub. If you think I've got the quantities wrong or if I need to do anything else, let me know, because I'm just guessing. There we go. It's a mixture of red wigglers and dendras. There we go. So they'll work their way down. They're probably tired from their travelling. There you go, fellas. That's quite a lot of worms there. So I'm hoping it's not too many. But if it is, it's no biggie. I can just expand and get more tubs. So there we go. So that's it. The worms have made their way down into the bedding area there. What I need to do now is put some paper over the top of it. I don't have any newspaper, so I've just got some of this office paper that I've wet. So it's damp paper. You just lay that over the top to keep the moisture in, like this. There we go. And that's it. I'm not going to feed them today. Like I say, they've got some shredded cardboard and paper in there that they will eat. I might not feed them tomorrow as well. I'll have a quick read tonight and see how long I should leave it. I'm sure it's 48 hours for them to settle in, but I'll double check that. And then I'm only supposed to feed them like tiny amount, like 5 strawberry heads and a little bit of lettuce or something like that. And then you judge and you see how quickly they eat it. And then you feed them again a little bit, increase it a little bit at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. It is supposed to be -3. At -2 tonight. So what I'm going to do is put them in the outhouse because I don't want them to freeze because they are brand new and I'm not sure about everything at the moment. So if you know what temperature they can go down to, but I don't want to risk it. So they're going to go into the outhouse tonight. One more thing, the final position, let me just show you, is going to be here. So this is a north-facing wall and it doesn't get any sun in this area here. But in the summer, it'll maintain a real nice kind of temperature for them. I was going to put them out the back garden underneath the hedge and watch the sun, and it actually came round quite early on. So I think it's just going to be too hot. So yeah, so it's going to be on the outside here. So that's it for today. If I've done anything wrong or you think I can improve a little bit, maybe you've spotted something that I've done that you can comment below, be great, because I'm an absolute novice at this. I mean, I've done loads of reading and watching YouTube and stuff like that, but you know, I always appreciate a bit of feedback and comments as well, so that'd be great. Yeah, that's it from me and the worms. Day number 1. I'll keep you posted and let you know how they get on with their feeding when I give them a bit of scran. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.